Hello friends, welcome to another series of video tutorial on behavior driven development using Cucumber. This is part 1 of this series. In today's session we are going to cover the basic introduction of what BDD is all about and what is the difference between a TDD and a BDD. Please subscribe, like, share, comment the videos on this channel. If you have any training inquiries, please contact me at techtrainerraj@gmail.com. Over the past few years, behavior-driven development has caught up the pace and it has been widely accepted in automation world or test automation world. This behavior-driven development can be used from unit testing till user acceptance testing. Okay, let us see what is TDD first. TDD is nothing but test-driven development. In test-driven development, the test case is written first before you write the code, and then you write the code to make that test case pass, and you keep refactoring that code until you write the code which makes that test pass. So this refactoring continues for the entire duration of the project until it meets the requirement. Since many companies are adopting Agile, TDD has become a de facto standard for writing unit test cases. In the traditional approach, the coding is done first and then the test case is written. But in TDD approach, write a test case first and write the code in such a way that that test case passes. So this will help in building robust applications. Let us look at what is BDD. Behavior driven development is a flavor of TDD in which BDD resolves the gap between the business and the IT team. There are three perspectives of looking at a particular problem. One is through a test engineer's eye, the other one is through the development engineer's eye, the other one is from the business point of view. So if the business person wants to know what test cases have been written for a particular problem, then by showing him the code he would not understand what test cases have been automated. But okay, so that is where a problem can be seen. Okay, so there are three perspectives of looking at the same problem. One is through tester's eye, the other one is through developer's eye, the other one is from the business angle. Okay, so if a particular automated test case has been written, and then if you want to explain it to the business team, then he would not understand the source code, and he doesn't want to know anything about the source code. So how do we explain what test cases have been covered for that business functionality? That is where this BDD will fill in that communication gap between the business and the IT. So BDD, as I said, it's a flavor of TDD and it uses natural language to describe the test. When I say natural language, it is English-like language, and this language is called Gherkin. And this can be understood by even non-programmers also. Since the business team belongs to non-programmers group, there has always been a gap on what perspective the tester looks at and what perspective the developer looks at and the perspective from the business team. So this BDD will bridge that gap as the test scenarios are written in plain English format. So by going through this plain English format, they can understand which test cases are covered or which test scenarios are covered for that particular functionality. TDD and BDD has been widely used in agile environment. Okay, test after is not BDD. So many people write tests after the code is written. This is not BDD or TDD because the tests do not drive the implementation when they are written afterwards. Since BDD is a flavor of TDD, that means the test case must be written first. If the test is written afterwards, that means the tests are not driving the implementation. The idea of TDD or BDD is the test should drive the implementation. The second point is TDD or BDD is not about testing. There is another common misunderstanding that TDD or BDD is a testing technique, but they are not. As the name suggests, it's about the software development approach where the test cases are written first and then the implementation is followed based on the test cases. TDD or BDD forces you to understand or think about the desired outcome before you start even coding. You should not be using TDD or BDD as a testing technique. So automated tests are just a byproduct of this. As I said earlier, TDD or BDD can be used for acceptance test to unit tests. Okay, so that is about the introduction of TDD or BDD and the difference between TDD and BDD. In the next session, we are going to cover a brief introduction about Cucumber. That is the end of this session. Please stand by for more videos on this channel. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the latest updates.